news show. So I've got quotes from Ruben Amorim's press conference. I was right about something. I'll tell you what that is later. The Turkish window closes today. Will we see some late bids for some of our players potentially? Cough, cough, Malasia. And apparently Casemiro has made a decision about his future, according to reports. Stick around for more. Let's get into it. Onana gone to Trabzonspor. You saw he changed his phone background. That makes it official. In case you're wondering, no deal's official until the phone background is changed for the player. Just keep that in your head going forward. So anyway, I don't care about that. On to the presser, the important thing. So I've got just a few quotes, but I don't want to spoil my match preview. Also, this was just part one of the presser, right? So there's more to come. There's more quotes. So I know everyone's jumping on it right now. I'm going to wait till it's all out. I'm going to wait till Pep makes his comments. I'm going to wait till all the team news is finalized. And then I'll put together my match preview, and I'll release that for you guys either tomorrow or early Sunday morning before the game. Either way, you will have time to watch it, to get involved, and to comment and have your say, which is most important. Okay, so the comments are, first off, about Cunha, Mount, and Dallo. The comment from Ruben is that I don't want to say how long they will be out. If you talk to Cunha, if you catch Cunha outside, he will say he can play this game. So I don't know. We will manage day by day, but they are pushing hard, and that is a good thing. So that's what Ruben said. Now, the way I interpret that is Dallo and Mount are probably out for sure. Cunha is pushing hard, but he's probably out as well. Now, that does contradict with a couple reports that I heard earlier in the week and last week, actually, that Cunha and Mount would both be back in time, that Cunha's injury wasn't as serious as we thought, and that Mount's injury was, or what I wouldn't call it injury, what he felt and him being removed at halftime against Burnley was precautionary, right? So maybe precautionary in the hopes that he would be fit for City. So I don't know. We'll see. It might be some mind games, right? You can never rule that out. It could be, Ruben is keeping his cards close to his chest. He's saying we're not sure about Cunha and Mount, but then boom, on Sunday we see them start. We'll find out, as you all know, an hour before the game. Dallo, I think Dallo's a for sure miss. I think they weren't as coy about Dallo, in my opinion. So I think he's 100% out. But nevertheless, wish all of them speedy recoveries because we need all of them to make sure our squad is complete and whole and as strong as it can be. Now, what I was right about on the goalkeeper situation, this is what Ruben said. He says, I believe in Altai. He is ready to play and he is going to play. So I was right about that. And in fact, I will show you that I was right about that. Look here. So here, wherever it is on the screen. So Stretford Paddock, they put out a question. They said, would you start Lemons in the Manchester Derby? My response was, I've struggled with this one, but I think it might be too soon. Reason being that he does not have a relationship with the back line. Bayender does. Goals are sometimes scored because keeper and defense are not on the same page. So that's what I wrote. I wrote that yesterday. I think I put it a few other places. So I was right about that. Give me some credit. I think that deserves a subscription from you if you're watching and you're new. So please like, share, and subscribe. And if nothing else, subscribe for that, right? I was right about that one, right? Give me some credit, right? And also, by the way, follow me on Twitter/X, whatever it's called now. You can see my handle there, also in the bottom corner of the screen. Brymart UTD, BRYMART UTD. Now, moving on to just some quick transfer speculation, right? Just to give you something to nibble on. So as I said, it seems that Casemiro has made a decision, and that decision is that he's narrowed it down to two places. So as you know, his contract expires summer of 2026. So we are rapidly approaching that time. It'll be here before you know it. So Casemiro will most likely go to the Saudi Pro League and to Al Nassr, or to Sao Paulo in his homeland of Brazil. He has a emotional connection to Sao Paulo. I think that's where he kind of started, right? So he might return there to finish his career. So those are the two places that to me are the front runners, and what I've seen in other reports are the front runners for Casemiro's signature and services past or going into the 2026-2027 season, which I can't believe I'm saying that. I feel like time just, it's like the older you get, man, time just really just speeds up. Like, like when you're a kid and you're waiting for Christmas, right? And like, I don't know, that week before just feels like forever. Now, if I as an adult, I'm sitting here and it's September. I feel like it's gonna be Christmas tomorrow. I don't know. Time just seems to speed up when you get older. Anyway, yes, 2026, 2027, Casemiro, I believe, will be either an Al Nassr or a Sao Paulo player. I think Bruno goes to Saudi in summer 2026 as well. To replace Bruno in the midfield, I think there's either Adam Wharton, he's 21. Newcastle, Liverpool, and Chelsea are after him. Angelo Stiller of Stuttgart, he's 24. Arsenal was after him. I think we could get him for 30 million pounds, or at least that's his release clause. Elliot Anderson of Nottingham Forest, who just got called up to the England squad, he's 22. He kind of looks like McTominay's cousin, or he could be McTominay's cousin, right? Call me weird, but he kind of looks like he could be like in the McTominay family somewhere. Anyway, Elliot Anderson, 22, Nottingham Forest. Conor Gallagher, who I think is most likely to happen in January, of Atletico. He's 25. Um, and then there's Baleba, of course, Baleba 21. I think he's the youngest of that group I just mentioned. No, Adam Wharton is 21 also. But Baleba, who we tried to get this summer, apparently he's asked Brighton to let him go to Manchester United in January. Again, it would be awesome if we got both Gallagher and Baleba in January. That would really bolster our midfield. I think that would also seal Bruno and Casemiro's exits for sure, the following summer. But yeah, I would love to get both of those guys. I think they would be great additions to the midfield. I could see Gallagher making the move because he wants to get into the England squad. And Baleba, I think he sees the bright lights of Manchester United and wants to come. I think that's why he's had a poor start to the season at Brighton. I think his head's been turned. I think his mind is already in Manchester. So I don't know. We'll see. Watch this space on that one. Very quick, a look ahead. We have City on Sunday. Premier League action is back finally. So they are 13th place currently. I think they're there for the taking. They are just decimated with injuries right now. They beat Wolves, they lost to Spurs, lost to Brighton. And yeah, I think they're there for the taking. Chelsea on the 20th, second in the table. They beat Palace, Fulham, and West Ham, so they're cooking right now. Brentford on the September 27th, 15th in the table. They've only beat Aston Villa, who are struggling for some weird reason. And Sunderland on October 4th, they are sixth in the table. They beat Brentford and West Ham. Lost to Burnley, who we beat. So I think that we get 10 points from that run of matches. I think we can beat City. I think we can draw Chelsea. I think we beat Brentford and Sunderland. So those are your 10 points right there. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the injuries to Cunha and Mount, we will see. There could be some gamesmanship going on with that in terms of the match against City this Sunday. Dallo is for sure out. No suspension, so I think we're good there. So yeah, again, I think we get 10 points from that. I really do. Maybe 9, but definitely 10. But again, we cannot, whatever we do, we cannot lose to Sunderland and Brentford. I mean, again, the Amram out crowd will be so loud if that was the case. Um, which I'm firmly in, by the way. I haven't said it in a while, but yes, I am still in the Amram out crowd. I'm not gonna flip flop until I see some serious changes. Then I'll eat my words happily and I will say I was wrong. But for now, I still think he may not be the guy, especially if we don't see any flexibility in formations, despite you know facing challenges in the matches, right? Um, anyway, very quickly on the women's front. The women lost 1-0 to Brann in Norway yesterday in the first of a two-leg playoff to get into the league phase of the UEFA Women's Champions League. I thought we'd win. Maybe I was hyped up because of how we beat Leicester so soundly, and all the beautiful play and whatnot. So, you know, but Brann are a good side. I said that, right? Um, they're good. They're top of the league in Norway. They're high scoring. I think we're in the tougher league in the Super League, but they took their chance and they played well. I saw some highlights. I didn't get to stream the match. I couldn't find the service that it was on. But I saw some highlights after the fact. And again, Jess Park is just cooking in that midfield. I mean, just so shifty and just quick with the ball and just such a great dribbler. She still has to find that final pass to connect with teammates, but that's just a matter of just gelling and understanding your teammates run, how they move, how they're gonna, go about their play on the pitch, right? So that little final pass is just a matter of that. But Jess Park is a heck of a signing. I mean, exciting to watch. So whenever you get the chance, just watch her. I mean, amazing. Um, Anyway, yeah, there was a boot fiasco also apparently. So prior to the match, a bag of the women's boots had gone missing, so they had to go to a local store and go buy some boots. That was a little weird. That's a little sketchy. Yeah, I mean, how's a whole bag of boots go missing, right? Strange, really strange, really strange. Anyway, yeah, hopefully turn it around against Brand at home on the 18th. But before that, we have London City Lionesses. We have to beat them. We will beat them September 14th to maintain our unbeaten run in the WSL, which we got off to a strong start with by defeating Leicester for nothing. Had to get all that out. Tongue twister, right? Anyway, a few quick reminders before you go. Again, keeping this short today. I don't want to get too much into the city match stuff because I don't want to spoil my match preview, which you don't want to miss. So please subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss that match preview. So the reminders again, like I said, match preview. Um, the Saudi window closes September 23rd, right? So we might see some action there. A Turkish window closes today, so might see some action there. And yeah, just make sure you tune in, right? I do match previews, I do live halftime streams, and I do post-match discussions. So make sure you get in, make sure you have your say, and make sure you make this your community because that's what this is about. This is your community, but it's not going to be toxic. Not that toxic nonsense we see in other communities. This place is a safe space for all United fans, right? So anyway, with that said, I will see you on the next one. Peace.